Top 10 Toy Story characters. 10. Bonnie Anderson. We met her in Toy Story 3, and she quickly stole our hearts with her innocence, simplicity, and tenderness. This little 4-year-old with a pink tutu is the daughter of the receptionist at the Sunnyside daycare. Unlike the Caterpillar Room kids, who can be pretty wild, Bonnie is very nice with the toys. With her imagination and affection, she made Woody feel like a beloved toy again, remembering the joy of the old days with Andy. Although Bonnie is young, she knows how to love toys, care for them, and appreciate each one equally. It doesn't matter if it's Dolly, the scary witch that poisons food, the adorable character was named after one of Pixar's employees, Bonnie Hunt, who also lent her voice to Dolly. Her surname was taken from the Toy Story 3 production company, Darla K. Anderson. Although it broke our hearts to see how Andy handed out his toys, we know that Woody and the gang couldn't have landed in better hands. 9. Andy. We have known this character since he was about to celebrate his 8th birthday. We watched him grow up with an incredible imagination and a love for all of his toys. Andy lives on Elm Street with his sister Molly and his mother. He loves to eat pizza with them at his favorite restaurant, Pizza Planet. Although Andy was confused when he got Buzz Lightyear as a birthday present, Woody never ceased to be his secret favorite toy. Now that Andy has become a young man, he hasn't forgotten the love he has for his toys, with whom he shared countless childhood adventures. But now he has to make a painful decision before going to college: give his beloved toys to Bonnie. Seeing how much this little girl loved them, he didn't hesitate, but instead played with them one last time to say goodbye. Do you still keep your childhood toys, or have you given them away? 8. Bullseye. This is Woody's faithful steed who belongs to the Roundup gang. He has no voice, in contrast with the other characters, but he makes up for it by being very expressive, sensitive, and empathetic. While Bullseye neighs and makes other horse noises, at times the way he acts reminds you of the behavior of a puppy. He is extremely affectionate with Woody, Jessie, and the other toys. For a long time, Bullseye, along with Woody, Jessie, and Stinky Pete, had stayed in a warehouse in Al's home, who intended to sell them to a toy museum in Japan. Al's plans are foiled when everyone manages to escape from the plane that would take them to Japan. In the end, Andy adopts Bullseye as one of his toys, and the steed proudly wears the initials of his new owner on his horseshoe. Ride like the wind, Bullseye! 7. Mr. Potato Head. This character has to deal with the immediate loss of some of his body parts all the time. Can you imagine living like this? That's why he has a compartment in his lower back to store extra appendages. In this compartment, he can fit up to 3 miscellaneous parts with no issue. Mr. Potato Head is very sarcastic, temperamental, and somewhat rude. However, deep down he has a soft heart that melts for his beloved wife, Mrs. Potato Head. This angry father will always be ready to help other toys, including aliens. Although we saw him in the first film confronting Woody and accusing him of having pushed Buzz out the window, the cowboy soon earns Mr. Potato Head's respect by getting all the toys together again. 6. Slinky Dog. This character is a sausage dog made of half wood and half spring. Slinky is very nice, playful, and sociable, but will not hesitate to stand by Woody, whom he earned his loyalty to against any other toy. Sometimes, Slinky acts as Woody's pet and enjoys playing Chinese checkers with him. This character is based on a toy from James Industries and was popular between the 50s and the early 70s. With the authorization of James Industries, Slinky Dog was partially redesigned for the film by Pixar artist Bud Lucky, who made him more attractive as an animated character. Slinky rarely misses an adventure. His spring body makes him a key player in every mission and in Andy's games. Geronimo! 5. Ham. Although in Andy's games he usually poses as the evil pork chop, Ham is actually a piggy bank that will take good care of your money. This pink friend has a cork on his belly instead of a screw. Every time he stumbles, his coins scatter around. The only good thing about this is that Ham will always have spare change. Very convenient, right? Ham is a key player for the gang since he seems to have more common sense than the others. In addition, because of his performance in the saga, we could consider him a genius and the most skilled with a TV remote. Part of his knowledge is attributed to the fact that he lives near the window. This has allowed him to examine and learn about the outside world. Ham seems to be Mr. Potato Head's best friend and is usually seen playing battleships or cards. We ask ourselves, how did Piggy Bank become one of Andy's favorite toys? 4. Jessie. This cowgirl did not let her abandonment issues overwhelm her impetuous spirit, courage, and noble heart. Jessie is a part of Woody's Roundup gang, and like Bullseye, she waited a long time for Woody to finally be sent to the museum in Japan altogether. In the beginning, she is distrustful of children. The years that she remained stored made her terrified of the dark and being abandoned. By the end, Woody manages to convince her to flee from her destiny in Japan to join Andy's toys, since Jessie longed to be a source of joy for a child. Her wish comes true when Andy, returning from camp, welcomes her along with Bullseye. At Andy's house, Jessie quickly catches Buzz Lightyear's attention for her dexterity. Can you believe that this character actually won an award? Yes, Jessie received the Patsy Montana Entertainer Award from the National Cowgirl Museum and the Hall of Fame in 2000. Upon receiving this award, which recognizes work in the field of entertainment that contributes to the cowgirl tradition, Jessie shared an energetic speech with us.
Hall of Fame to stand tall among so
3. Rex. He is the most anxious and frightful dinosaur we know, although Andy presents him as the cruelest and terrifying dinosaur who's ever lived. He's not even close to it. Rex is kind, affectionate, and hates any kind of confrontation. He isn't the smartest tool in the shed, but he is very confident and somewhat adorable. This plastic Tyrannosaurus Rex is insecure due to his lack of ferocity.
Were you scared?
Since he doesn't look scary enough and is afraid that Andy might want to replace him. At the end of the first film, he is somewhat excited about the fact that Andy might receive a leaf-eating dinosaur for Christmas. This timid dinosaur loves to be featured in other Pixar movies. We can see him in Monsters, Inc. and WALL-E. It is believed that Rex's character is based on the Tyrannosaurus toy from the Dino Riders toy line that was a US animated television series that first aired in 1988. While both toys have similarities, we aren't certain. What do you think? 2. Buzz Lightyear. This character caused quite a stir when he arrived as Andy's little birthday present. He made Woody incredibly jealous, but soon they became best friends after joining forces to flee from Andy's terrible neighbor, Sid's house. The hardest part for Buzz was accepting that he was a toy and not a space guardian on a mission. With Woody's comfort and Andy's love, Buzz could accept his fate with the gang. In October 2007, readers of Empire, a British film magazine, chose Buzz as the #1 out of 20 greatest Pixar characters. He also earned a 94th place as one of the greatest movie characters of all time. We know that Buzz is brave and very agile, but we were all surprised to discover that he was also a prodigious flamenco dancer in Toy Story 3. Buzz didn't disappoint us by showing off his dancing skills with Jessie. All right, Buzz, move those feet. Number 1. Woody. This position was meant for our beloved Sheriff Woody. He is a brave and very determined cowboy. He is Andy's favorite toy since kindergarten. When Andy had to go to college, he made the hard choice of passing him on to someone else. He thought that Woody would be the only toy he'd keep, but seeing that Bonnie could really love Woody as much as he did, he gave him to her. Woody is the leader and the brains of the toys in Andy's room. For this rope-powered toy, it was very difficult to admit that Andy had already grown up and would not play with him as before. But he found comfort and love in Bonnie, his new owner. In Toy Story 2, he discovers that he is the main character of a popular television show from the 50s, Woody's Roundup, and that fills him with pride. Woody's facial features are based on Tone Thine, a former Disney animator. Woody was named one of the 100 most important characters of the last 20 years in June 2010 by the American magazine Entertainment Weekly. The adventures led by this great cowboy will always bring out the fearless child inside of us. Yeehaw! After remembering each of these characters, let us know what your favorite character is in the comments below. Like the video and subscribe. We have more content that you don't want to miss. See you in the next video.